So there are several ways to applique a piece of felt onto another piece of felt, but I'm going to show two of my favorites that I think are the cutest. So the first is very simple, and for either way, you of course want to align your smaller heart in the center of your larger heart. And one way, all you do is make small stitches, small running stitches, just like you might hand sew anything else, just like that. And as you go along, just try to make your stitches even so they're all the same length, and try to keep them approximately the same distance away from the edge of this smaller heart. That'll help the applique look more even and a bit nicer. Now, no stress if things aren't absolutely perfect. It is still going to be cute. It's just that having stitches that are the same length apart in a nice line is ultimately going to look a bit more polished. So that's the really easy way to do this. Now, if you don't like this visible stitches appearance, there is another way to do it. This one can require a tiny bit more practice, but it's still fairly easy. Okay, so I'm just transferring my needle over to my other thread here. Begin the same way by lining up the smaller heart with the larger heart and inserting your thread and needle. But here, make sure you get it fairly close to the edge. And when you come, you're going to come over the edge here. So instead of running along this way, you're going to come over the edge of the smaller piece of felt. And you want to make a stitch into the larger piece, not out here, but just underneath the edge of that smaller piece so that it tucks right on in. And then you just come up a little bit and try to bring your stitch and insert it just underneath that smaller piece of felt, just like that. So this has a very neat appearance, and if you do it with a thread that matches, these stitches can virtually disappear. So if you're less of a fan of that visible stitch look, this is something you can do. It also helps smooth down the edge a little bit. It makes that top piece of felt stick out just a little bit less. You're trying to get it visible there. You want to tuck this stitch just underneath the edge. Don't come all the way back here, or else that's going to look silly. Just underneath the edge. And my thread's tangling up here. So that's all you do there. Two very simple, easy ways to applique felt with slightly different appearance. So just pick whichever one you prefer and go with it.